The Beginner's Guide to Friendship Bracelets, the book, is now out worldwide. It's a collection of information and photo tutorials aimed at beginners that will take you from the basics all the way to more advanced stuff. You can buy it any way you typically buy books, but if you order it directly from a publisher, Rocky Nook, you can get the book and the ebook as a bundle. The link to that will be in the description. Hello, my name is Masha and welcome to another Knot With Me video. If this is your first time watching a Knot With Me video, be warned, this is not a tutorial. I won't be explaining how to make this bracelet, though it is very beautiful, and I will be leaving the pattern in the description in case you do want to make it. I do have tutorials explaining how to read patterns if you also want that. Wouldn't recommend to start with this one though, this one is a bit much. Anyway, point is, this is not a tutorial, this is just a Knot With Me video. I filmed the entire process of me making the bracelet from start to finish, sped it up into a time lapse so that it's watchable, and yeah, just gonna, chat and hang out with you guys. I like to imagine that, some of you are also maybe making a bracelet as I'm making a bracelet here. Let me know if that's the case, because I really do sort of, whenever I record these, imagine that is the case, and I would like to know. Anyway, yeah, I haven't actually recorded anything in so long. If you remember, maybe if you've been around, or maybe you don't know, I was in Russia over the summer for like 3 months, and so I filmed a bunch of videos there, and now I'm back in London. It's been a crazy month, actually. Crazy couple of months. September for me was absolutely crazy because I got back from Russia after being there for 3 months and like the beginning of September. And then straight away I had a week where I was in London, and then I went to Spain with my sister, her baby, and her husband. And that was a fantastic time. We were in Spain for like 10 days, I think. I've never been to Spain before, so that was a fantastic experience. I had an absolutely great time, I had a blast. It was also so nice to spend so much time with them because they were also in Russia with me for a while. And that was the first time my family has been together since my wedding, which was nearly 4 years ago now. So it's been intense, but it was all really great to see everyone, even though the travels have been exhausting, to be honest. But we did have a fantastic time in Spain, and then I got back, and I spent another week in London, and then I went to the US. I was actually in Florida recently, and I spent another 10 days in Florida. Basically, I used up all of my holiday days, all of my annual leave in September. The Spain trip was actually postponed. We were supposed to go in May, but then we couldn't, so we had to postpone to September. So that's why it ended up being so much travel in 1 month. I think I ended up being on 7 flights in September because I had to take 3. Yeah, I had to take 3 to get back from Moscow. I had to take 2 to Spain and 2 to the US, so that was 7 flights in total. That was a weird month, I must say. And also being home for just a week in between, after not being home for 3 months, that was intense and weird and very much a surreal experience. I used that time quite well though, I feel like, because I managed to schedule deliveries. I decided to, I decided in that time to completely rearrange my entire room, move all of the furniture around. Well, partially, not really all of it, but I moved quite a lot of furniture around, and I decided that I want to give myself a reading nook because I've been reading a lot more this year. I actually set myself a goal of 30 books for the year when I hit, I think, 24 or 25 last year. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna up it by a tiny bit because I already felt like I read as much as I can last year. So I was like, I'm just going to increase this goal by a tiny bit. I'm going to get myself to 30 books. I hit 30 books, I think, in August or July. I am now at 43. I think I'm going to hit 50 by the end of the year, potentially more. Anyway, point is I've been reading a lot more this year, which I'm having a great time, don't get me wrong, but wow. And I decided to give myself a reading nook, so I ordered in a sort of big recliner armchair and a nice little sort of IKEA cart. Actually, I didn't get it from IKEA, it's inspired by the IKEA cart, but I ordered it from Amazon. One of those 3-tiered carts that are on wheels, and I sorted through all my bookshelves and I took out all the books that I haven't read yet and I put it on that cart so that my bookshelves are only books that I've read now, and now I have a separate cart for all the books I need to read. And I got myself a standing lamp and everything, and sort of yeah, in those like little bits in between the holidays, that's when all of this stuff was getting delivered, and that's when I was sort of sorting through my entire sort of room, getting rid of a bunch of stuff that I didn't need now. I sorted through all of my closets and stuff, donated a bunch of clothes, and it was just, you know, that those like weeks in between were a weird time because I was just like completely tearing through my entire room. But I'm loving it now. Now it's all done. It's all beautiful. I actually have like a beautiful reading nook. I'm going to show it to you at some point in a vlog. But yeah, it's been great. It's been great. So yeah, I went to the US as well, which is also very nice. Haven't been there in 3 years, I think. And then before then, I hadn't been there in like 8. So in the past, like 12 years, I've only been there twice, which is sad because my grandparents live there and my aunt and uncle live there and my cousins live there. So I have quite a lot of family in Florida. And it's sad that I didn't visit them as much. But to be honest, it's expensive. It's expensive to fly to the US. Like, oh my God. But I went there, I was there for 10 days, and I was there for the hurricane, which was a weird experience. Thankfully, for my family specifically, I mean, I guess not really thankfully for people who it did affect, but thankfully for my family, it was not where they were really, because my family lives sort of relatively near Miami, so in the south of Florida, whereas the hurricane sort of went through the north of Florida, and that unfortunately, yeah, was very devastating for people there. But sort of where we were, we kind of really got the tail ends of it. It was still pretty intense, especially coming from, you know, someone who has never experienced anything even on a similar scale to that kind of weather phenomena. But yeah, we did not sort of evacuate or anything. We just kind of stayed in the house, but the winds were intense. We got one of those, you know, weather warnings on, like, all these smartphones get these weather warnings if you are connected to, I believe, if you are connected to the mobile network. I don't think it has anything to do with anything else. So they're set to regional, so you get these like weather warnings, or amber alerts, I think, also happen like that. And it's basically your phone starts like screaming and vibrating and shoving this like massive warning in your face. And that was terrifying, to be honest. The first time I heard that, where my phone just like started screaming at the top of its lungs and vibrating, and like it's a huge alert, it's like tornado warning. I was like, this is fun. That happened at 9 p.m. and again at like I think 5 a.m. when I was trying to sleep. And like the wind is whistling and everything's shaking. Oh, the power went out instantly. Yeah, we didn't have power for like a very long time. Anyway, it was fine. You know, we were fine. Obviously, it affected a lot more people, a lot worse. So, you know, very grateful to be fine. But that was definitely a fun, sort of, you know, interesting experience for me. Anyway, I'm back now. I don't have any travel plans for a very long time, for which I'm also quite grateful because I need to chill, to be honest. Having all of those like holidays shoved into 1 month was very intense. Very fun, but very intense. So yeah, now, oh my God, I was trying for such a long time. I got back fully at like the beginning of October. Didn't have the best month in October, so I didn't really post anything, to be honest. Did not have a great time. Feeling a lot better now, though. But I filmed so many videos while I was in Russia, and all of those files are on my husband's PC. And so when I finally... And also he was helping me edit a lot of things. So when I finally sat down to, like, sort through everything, do you know how long it took me and how painful it was to get all of these files transferred over to my PC and like sort through them and figure out what I'm missing? It was such a mess. I cannot even express. But I think I'm finally done. There's like 2 more videos that I filmed that I need to get out. Something like that. Maybe a couple more. At least 2 more that I need to edit. I think there might be a couple more that are already done that I need to put out. Anyway, it's been a mess, but it's finally sorted. I just realized that I spent, like nearly 10 minutes talking about random stuff, and I did not say a single word about the bracelet, which is great. There's been a lot to catch up on. I haven't spoken to you guys in ages. Maybe I should film a vlog, to be honest. I feel like I can talk for quite a while longer. I haven't even told you anything about all the books that I've read. Not that you would care particularly, but you know. Anyway, I'll save that for a vlog. This bracelet I cannot express to you how much I enjoyed making it and how much I loved it. This bracelet is relatively repetitive. There's not that many repeating rows to it, but for some reason, and I don't typically like that, if you didn't know, I don't typically like super repetitive bracelets. I like wider sort of designs, bigger designs that repeat less often. But I had an absolute blast making this. Like, this was the most fun I had making a bracelet in a really long time. I can't quite pinpoint why, but I loved it. And I specifically also really, really, really love the color combination. I just think this bracelet turned out absolutely wonderfully. It was so beautiful and so much fun to make. So yeah, if you're looking for a new pattern, and maybe you're looking for a sort of a bigger bracelet pattern, definitely try this one out. Maybe you can come up with some cooler color combinations as well, but I really like this one as well. It's sort of a little bit autumnal, actually. I think it is, yeah. I quite like it. Anyway, I had an absolute blast making this, so my book, The Beginner's Guide to Friendship Bracelets, is finally out worldwide, and you can purchase it anywhere you typically buy books. But if you get it directly from my publisher, you can get the physical book and the ebook as a bundle, and I'll leave that link in the description as well. Some of you guys have already received your books and you've been sending me pictures. Please, please, please send me pictures. I'm having so much fun looking through pictures. Tag me on Instagram, DM me your pictures. I absolutely love seeing them. It's pretty crazy that I spent so much time like working on this, and now it's like real and in people's hands. I still can't quite wrap my head around that. So please send me your pictures. I really, really enjoy seeing them. And I really hope you enjoy the book if you got it, or if you're gonna get it. I really do hope so. Before I go, I want to give a special shout out to my patrons as well. Thank you so, so much for your support. It is with your support that I'm able to do these videos. If you also want to become a patron and support the work that I do on this channel, the link to that is in the description. But in any case, thank you so, so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I definitely had a lot to say, I feel like. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.